Welcome to Primos for Life, the wrestling podcast made for the fans, by the fans. Como siempre, yo soy Eddie, el niño vaque. We got Ariel, the Ecuadorian dream bisueta, and we are your self-proclaimed, undisputed co-host tag team champions of the world. And in tonight's episode, we're talking all about this week's Monday Night Raw and previewing Crown Jewel in Perth. From Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed to Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins, we've got predictions, reactions, and some risas. So, como siempre, sit back, grab a snack, and let's get it on! Yo, Primo, what is good? What's
Wow,
good?
the high note. All right. Got to hold it a little longer. But what's good? Well, I mean, everything on my end's okay, with the exception of New York sports. You know, Mets lost, the Yankees lost. Mets didn't even make the playoffs. Yankees lost in the playoffs, got smacked by Toronto. Giants are terrible. Jets are terrible. So banking on the Knicks. And that's fine.
That's always a heartbreaker.
Giants are on right now, and I'm like, this is just going to be a long one. But yeah, other than that, everything's okay, man. How about you?
Everything's good, brother. Can't complain. Very, very pleasantly happy and pleasantly surprised with this past Monday Night Raw, man. I think ultimately the last 2 weeks were just so terrible that anything surprising on an episode of Raw makes it that much more exciting. And I think that's what happened this episode. Everything was like, wait, what? Wait, huh? Wait, did that just happen? So it was it was a good watch. I'll just leave it at that. It was a good watch.
Seems like they realize it's time to start shaking some stuff up. Otherwise, like we said last one, ho-humness and silence. No bueno, no bueno. So, yeah, man, let's just kind of fill everybody in on what's going on today. It's going to be just a quick walkthrough of Raw, and then we're going to do our picks for Crown Jewel in was it Perth?
Perth, yes.
Perth, Crown Jewel in Perth, yeah. So, let's I'll let you rock off if you want to just kind of start us off and get moving.
Yeah, of course. So Raw takes place, and actually, I don't remember the city, but I do remember that it was Roman Reigns that ended up opening up the show, which I was excited for because, and I was kind of telling you this behind the scenes. I was like, you know what, man, it's crazy how I'll say it, like I'm the first person to complain about like, hey, we need the younger talent. They need more camera time. They need more screen time, et cetera, et cetera. But man, the moment Roman comes back or like a CM Punk comes back, it's just like, yeah, there's a reason why they get paid what they get paid. There's a reason why they're so good. And
they get the screen time that they get. Yeah. That's what it is. No, you're not wrong. They're the guys. That's why. But you're right. We do have to try to find a way to filter in some younger talent, some newer stars. But hey, here we are. Go with what works once again.
Yeah. But basically, he opens up the show. He's cutting a promo about his return. And then Bronson Reed, the tribal thief, comes out and interrupts, obviously, with Paul Heyman by his side, basically setting up their fight at Crown Jewel, which is going to be an Australian street fight, right? So, of course, when we know street fight, bloodline rules, street anything, we know that everybody and their mothers is going to just going to interfere in that match.
Basically.
So yeah, I mean, not surprised, but again,
not at all.
Yeah, but overall, I definitely enjoyed the whole segment. I love how great Roman is on the mic now. I like that Bronson Reed's, his facials and his expressions and like, them like, oh no, you wait till, I always say Sunday, wait till Saturday to fight, because you're on his time, do it on your terms, and a lot of back and forth. And then, obviously Bronson at some point breaks and he just goes to the ring and then he gets Superman punched. And then here comes the giant, like, security breakup. Everybody's like, what's his name? Gable's old partner, Jordan.
Jason Jordan.
Jason Jordan, right? He comes out in his suit. Everybody's just like, no, hold him back. And I'm like, can you really hold back these two monsters? Come on, man. Let's go.
We've seen this a bunch of times, but it's fine. You're setting up because you have the match coming up. Fine. It's the go home episode, so
right.
put on the book. But once again, you're right. Good to have Roman out there, always solid on the mic. It's just, after what, he was gone a month,
Yeah,
to
about
have him return is just always going to bring ratings. And he's good. He's great at what he does. Hence the reign that he had.
yeah.
Not to be, full of rain reigns, but yeah, that's so. So solid promo, a solid opening. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So then, we move over to Becky versus Maxine Dupree, which was a surprise match, right? Well, not necessarily a surprise match, but it was set up the previous episode. But what the surprise was actually Maxine getting the win over Becky. And what made this match so good, first of all, the match itself was great. I mean, Maxine looks great. Becky did fantastic. And there was a lot of back and forth. There was false finishes. It was like, oh, Becky's going to win.
Right.
No, Maxine's going to
The
win. No,
close
backdoor.
falls,
Yeah.
this.
And at one point, Maxine even tries to cheat. Like she puts her legs on the rope, tries to get the quick pin. No, nothing.
Mm-mm.
And then out of nowhere, like she ends up, pulling a fast one and getting the win. Actually, the win happens because Becky gets counted out. Becky gets distracted outside and not realizing that the ref is still counting. Boom, reaches to 10. Everybody's in shock. Even Maxine, she runs off like, haha, heist of the century kind of thing.
Right.
But again, pleasant surprise. Like I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, no way. That's crazy.
She's been around for a while and she's been kind of always on, the lower side of everything. And so to see her get a push and to see her get a win over a talent like Becky Lynch, you're champion, you're IC champion. Like,
yeah.
So solid. Yes. Good. Hopefully this is a push for her and this is them trying something new out. I haven't seen much of her in the ring. So we have to see how that goes because it could always be, the push and then they get the shot. Doesn't really pan out, stuff like that. But I agree with you. Good to see that happen and very surprised. And she looked quite good.
Yeah. The other point that I'm going to make about, because I just made little points from the episode so we don't spend too much time on it. Moving on to the next match with Lyra and Roxanne. The reason why I just want to touch on it really quickly and then we can move on is because I feel like this whole Lyra Bailey and the ladies from Judgment Day, they keep facing each other every week. It's like one versus the other, and then they switch every other Monday. The only reason why this is intriguing is because of Bailey. Bailey every week is one version of herself. So it's like she starts off being, the hugger Bailey, ends being the role model, or vice versa. And then I think what made this one exciting was because she was the role model, or actually she starts off as the hugger, but then ends as the role model, but didn't switch character in the sense of like she was the intensity of the role model to keep beating up the Judgment Day after their match. So it was like we're learning that Bailey, even though she has these split personalities, she could also choose how she wants to assert that energy when it comes to those characters, which I found kind of fascinating because I was like, because in my mind, it's like if you're the hugger, you're good. If you're the role model, you're bad. But it was almost like Batman. You use your bad powers for good. So you're like, so what are you doing? Okay, so that was kind of different. That was nice. That's what intrigued me about that whole thing. But overall, obviously solid match. I mean, both of these guys are really good. These gals rather. And then obviously and Perez ends up getting the win because of a distraction, and that's what causes everybody to get beat up afterwards at the end as the episode goes.
Always. That's always what it is. So
yeah.
But all right.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was pretty good. And then we get Io Sky versus Kairi Sane because obviously, though I always say this, right? I never like it when people that are competing at the PLE are going to compete the night before. Like I get their storyline or like a week before. It's like they should just keep it for the PLE. But no, Io Sky and Kyrie get into it. The match was good. These two obviously are top tier. The one thing that made me nervous in this match, and I keep like people have made it like obviously social media has made it very like abundantly clear that I don't know if Kyrie's just getting sloppy or she's a little rusty because she's not getting these reps in. But it almost feels like every time there's a possible injury happening, because did you see that buckle bomb towards like the apron on the outside? Like, if
No,
you
no, no,
see the
no.
way that Io
Mhm,
lands on her neck, it's just so rough, and I'm just like,
mhm.
"Oh my goodness," like, "Kyrie, please," like, I mean, you're great, but
Right.
please, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you gotta be more careful. I
Yeah,
mean, the buckle bomb is what took Finn Balor out, right? Seth Rollins
right,
had me won the first ever, what is it, when they combined the belts or whatever, the Universal,
right,
and then he had to relinquish it the next day because the buckle bomb tore his shoulder and
right.
kept him out of action. So, yeah, I mean, you're right, because the past couple of matches, there's been problems that every time Kyrie Sane's been around, and because someone else, Zoe Stark had
Mhm,
that knee injury and stuff.
right.
So, yeah, it's kind of getting a little dicey now. Like, you're right. It could be because she's not getting a lot of reps. Maybe that's what it is. But she needs to start training a lot harder because you can't have mistakes like that, especially if it's going to cost you one of your main talents.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So that was the only thing that made me nervous. Overall, still solid match. I believe. Oh, this is another surprise of the evening, right? Like Kyrie ends up getting the win because she cheated by Asuka helping her. So she did like a backwards roll up pin, and then when her arms were close to the other side of the apron, Asuka pulled her arms,
Mhm.
which kind of pissed me off too, though, because the ref was literally right next to them, and you could see that from your peripherals. Like,
Right, right, right. It
come on,
wasn't like
like
their
get out
back
of
was
here.
completely
Like,
turned to
oh
it. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Like all of a sudden, my blind spot is like gotten all the way to here.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. And then the other womp womp match of the night or the moment of the night was the 6-person tag match between AJ Styles, Penta, and Dragon Lee versus the Judgment Day.
I don't understand how this could be like. You obviously didn't give them enough time or didn't plan enough, or because there was 2 commercial breaks during this match.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2 commercial breaks. Like, I'm like, really? This match you can do 2 commercial breaks on? Like, oh, okay, because everyone is so damn talented.
Yeah.
Everyone in that ring is so damn talented.
Yeah. And I just didn't like, I mean, you knew it was kind of like a nosedive when even at the end of the match, after AJ and them get the win, like AJ has to come out and say, like, oh, my match with Cena, we don't need a story. You guys asked for it. We're going to give it to you and we're going to make it the best match ever. Like, take the focus off the match and then refocus the fact that this was just rushed because obviously it's one of Cena's last stops before his retirement tour ends. And you're sitting here and you're just sitting there, like, as a fan, you're like, yeah, we know it was rushed, man. But, we
Really,
know
right?
the caliber of talent that you and Cena are, so we know it's gonna be fantastic. You didn't have to say it, but I
Right.
get you. I get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's a shame because it like you said, rushed. This was quite really, really rushed, and this was a great feud that they had. And you figured AJ Styles would be a stop along the way, but not this quick because it seems like you burned a lot of time in between things, and you could have done more to set this whole thing up. And once again, this match I felt bad because it was just seemed like it was just a time filler. Like, all right, we got 25 minutes, we got or 20, whatever we got to kill. Like, here, get in there and just do some magic because you guys are great.
Yeah. So now the two final points that I wanted to touch on Monday Night Raw because they were fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Again, bringing back how amazing Roman and Punk are. Right. Let's go to the Bloodline first, and then we'll go to the Punk and LA Knight. Right.
Okay.
So there's this what I call, which is funny because Laura calls it this, like the telenovela of the Bloodline, because you
Mm.
know, you get a scene where a segment where Roman is talking to Jay and Jimmy, and then Jay storms off, and Roman tells Jimmy, he says, "Just because I'm not here doesn't mean I don't have eyes and ears everywhere. I hear everything."
Lord,
And
here we
Jimmy's
go.
like, "Oh, what?" And then fast forward later into the evening,
Mhm.
he's like, well, that's my brother and this and that. And, Jimmy's trying to defend Jay and whatnot. And he's like, just because you see everything and hear everything, he's more like me and less like you. And then Roman comes back with ever since he won that championship, he became more like me and less than like you. And you're just like, ay,
Oh,
Dios
shit.
mío.
Like,
Esta novela, bro, is crazy.
wow.
You're just like, we got to watch. We got to see what happens next,
Wow. Well,
like,
yeah, I mean, you figure they had to do it eventually, and especially with the dissension they've had with Jimmy and Jay, where Jimmy's off to the side, like sidestepping, like side eyeing them and shit. So makes sense, but they're doing this well.
yeah, they're doing it
And
so good.
and once again, now I think you're leaving your options open for, whatever happens with them in the vision. If that's finally done, then you have now this that you can start building your new storyline with. So great lead, great. Like, this is great. This is that was Very, very well executed.
Yeah. It was super good. And then, which ultimately, like, as the night progresses, we find out that Punk and LA Knight are gonna have a match with the Usos, but the interactions between Punk and LA Knight, I mean, again, these two are just fantastic on the mic. They're going at each other. And the one thing that Knight said to Punk, and then the
Mm.
way Punk rebutted, where like Knight was like, he said something like, "Oh, and you know who has never, ever, ever, ever been pinned by Seth Rollins?" And then Punk goes, "You mean the same guy that never, ever, ever, ever held the World Heavyweight Championship?"
Oh shit!
I was just like, "Yo!" But
No.
these guys, the way they got at each other, it was so awesome. It was really good. And then, you know, then there's a segment in the segment, I believe, because everybody's in the ring talking and everything. The Jay comes out and he's like, "No, I'm next in line for this belt," all this stuff. Then Jimmy comes out to help, and then Jay like attacks LA Knight. LA Knight's out for the count. Punk and Jay get in each other's faces. Jimmy's trying to break it up, and then Jay tries to super kick CM Punk. Jimmy
Mhm.
pulls him, and then Punk knocks out Jay, and then Jimmy's just standing there looking at Punk, and he's like, "You know what? I got to do this because he's my brother." Boom, knocks him out, and just what a way to like really
Mayhem.
end the show in the moment. And it was just so good, man. Everything, like, it wasn't a perfect episode, and it wasn't like fantastic. It wasn't just like, oh, episode of the year, nothing like that. But it was just so refreshing to see new things, different outcomes, and even with the same players, and then just having Punk and Roman back, it was nice. It was a good watch. That it was
Well,
a great watch.
especially with the last 2 episodes being what they've been.
Yes.
You know, it's kind of been more, I don't want to say boring, but we're just kind of like, okay, all right, let's go. So to have the excitement, to have Maxine Dupree winning, you wouldn't see that because you're just figuring squash, Becky Lynch is going to win.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To have those different kind of things and set up for what's coming up Saturday morning
Yeah.
is very well done for the go home episode. Kind of has to be when it's a go home episode to a PLE, but they did the right thing. And once again, starting to shake things up, mixing things around a little bit, letting your talent do what they do. You know, these guys are great on the mic, so to have them go back and forth, perfect. You know, Roman Reigns in the beginning, wonderful. So I agree with you. Solid episode. I fast forwarded through most of the matches because I was like,
Yeah.
but solid episode. Not bad at all. Good showing after some very mediocre ones. We'll say
Yeah.
mediocre ones.
Yeah. And then actually, before we get into Crown Jewel, the one thing that I did also like that I know I forgot that I jotted down was the Rollins and Rhodes second part of their video package about how their
Ah,
story and like how they feel about each other, and everything that happened at WrestleMania 40, and oh, you couldn't do it alone. Roman had the bloodline, all this stuff, and that's why you failed in 39. And at 40, that's where um anything to overthrow the bloodline and Roman at that point. So you're seeing that, it's one of those situations is like, the friend of my friend is my enemy kind of situation
right.
with Roman, Cody, and Seth, and that whole thing during, WrestleMania season, WrestleMania 40 rather. And it was just a really good package, right? And even though we've been saying it for the last couple of episodes that we do
Mm,
feel like Seth is going to be the one and winning, it's still in the air. I feel like all these video packages and all these things, you
mm.
know, I don't know, man, because there was even a moment with Seth and Paul Heyman too about it. He's like, Seth Rollins was like, "Paul, what if I lose?" And he's like, "Well, if you lose, then I'm going to start to wonder, like, why did I choose
Oh,
you over
man.
Roman? Why did I, do all the things that I do?"
But
So,
he's gonna use that.
it's so
They
good.
got
La
you. They
novela.
got you. They
Yeah,
got
la
you.
novela.
They got you, man. It's what they want to do. They
Yeah,
want to make everything seem, of course, that there's a chance and everything. Like, absolutely,
love
it's
it.
working.
Yeah.
It's working.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it. But yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited. But speaking of that excitement, let's jump into Crown Jewel Perth, Australia.
All
There are
right.
5 matches on the card. We will start from what this internet source, which is fightaroundtheworld.com, says it is. And we're going to start with the first one and end with the championship match. Let me know when you're ready, Primo.
I'm good. Give me the first one.
All right. So the first one on this list would be Roman Reigns versus Broncito Reed in the Australian street fight. That is the anticipated first match of the evening to set the tone.
All right. Reigns, Bronson. All right, go for it, man. I'll let you pick first, and then I'll go after.
Okay, man. Honestly, the logical pick would be Roman, right? Because he's hot, he's the man. Everybody loves Roman. Everybody loves the tribal chief. But honestly, I kind of want Bronson Reed to win, man. I feel like the vision's hot. I like what Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed are doing. And it was something about Monday's interaction that I saw Bronson in a different light. I saw him. I'm like, dude, he's definitely like if he's healthy and he doesn't get injured and he plays his cards right, I think he's going to be a major key component in the future. You know what I mean? So I'd like to see that. I'd like to get a win over Roman to kind of boost him up. You know what I mean?
So Roman's your logical and Bronson is your
fun
pick. Okay. I actually am going to agree with you on both. I think Roman's your logical, but especially because it is whatever rules, bloodline rules, whatever Perth rules, whatever you want to
Australian street fight match.
There we go, Australian street fight match. People are going to get involved. Yeah. So that could be, a very, very big switch, considering last time Roman did win the match, but then they dismantled him. Yeah. So actually, you know what? I'm going to go Bronson Reed on both. I just told myself into it. Yeah, I'm going Bronson Reed on both. Because then also now you can start to do cracks with the bloodline and be like, hey, you didn't win, but
you didn't help me out.
Through chicanery and tomfoolery, you can see kind of what's going on. So I'm going to go Reed on both.
There you go. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Okay. All right. And then next on the list, we got the tag team match. We got Io Sky and Rhea Ripley versus the Kabuki Warriors. Go ahead, brother. What are you thinking?
I'm going to go that finally Rhea and Io get their hands on them, and this just is what it should be, and Rhea and Io win. But the fun pick is the Kabuki Warriors to see how that would affect Io and Rhea's relationship, because they've been making a big thing about them being so close now and this and that. So I think this would be kind of like, all right, we can start to drive a wedge in there and kind of see what's going to happen. So Io and Rhea, logical, but fun. Kabuki.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go Io and Rhea, logical and fun pick, because Rhea is the hometown hero. You're not gonna have her lose. So, they gotta have the moment.
Right.
But I want to see it done in a fun way. I want to see it where I don't know, not necessarily cheat, but outsmart the Kabuki Warriors, just in a way where just, whether it's in the match or counter cheating, you know what I mean? If the Kabuki Warriors are going to cheat somehow, then make it okay for one of them to cheat, for Io or Rhea to cheat, because it's tit for tat kind of situation. So make it fun. Right. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, you want to see an interesting ending there to kind of liven it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you don't want it to be just regular blah, blah. Yeah. Something fun. Because it's been building to it. This has been the other telenovela that's been going for quite some time.
Yeah.
So you'd like to see something fun and something come of all of it finally.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. So now, third match of the evening, we have John Cena versus Phenomenal AJ Styles. And man, I go on this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, based on the stats, right? They're 2-1, right? AJ over John, 2-1. So it only makes sense for John to get the win and obviously end his tour on a positive note as he gets closer to the end. But the fun pick here is a no contest because Brock Lesnar comes out and destroys both of them.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
All right. Yeah, because he's hasn't been around in a while. Okay. All right. All right. So a no contest. Nice. I don't think we've had one of those. Oh, good. All right.
I mean, that's the fun pick. That's why it's
Yeah.
fun, right?
No. I mean, that's once again great. That's great booking in your head. Once again,
Yeah.
looking for something good, and this is where you can do something. Especially because you are a Perth that is going to be early in the morning. You got to give some. You got to give the people something. While they're
Hmm.
watching, especially if you're going to make them wake up to be watching this at 8 o'clock in the morning. Assuming your ESPN thing works, who knows? Um, so I'm gonna go Cena as the logical. Absolutely, like you said, it just makes sense. It's his farewell tour. I don't. How many appearances does he have left? I don't even know. Like
4 after this,
4 after this. So yeah, so he's got to have that match with Lesnar, you would imagine, and then
or
you know,
maybe 3. I don't know because it's DC, Boston, and New York. So I think that's it. Yeah.
yeah, so you can't. I doubt you're gonna have him go against AJ Styles one more time after this.
Mm.
So I think it's Cena, but the fun pick for me is AJ, just to be like, hey, 3-1 lifetime against you, da da da. But I doubt that's gonna happen because it's Cena's a farewell tour. So going Cena.
Oof. Okay. All right.
But AJ's the fun pick.
All right. I like it. I like it. All right. So then we get the WWE Women's Crown Jewel match. Champion
Mhm.
versus champion. No titles, no nothing, just strictly bragging rights. We got Tiffany Stratton versus Stephanie Vaquer. And floor is yours, man. What are you
Floor's
thinking?
mine. I'm going Vaquero on both. This
Yeah.
is a no brainer for me. Tiffany's getting stale. You have given Vaquero the belt now, so you have to start treating her like a champion, and she's got to start winning stuff like this if you want to make it believable. So you put 2 belts on her at NXT at the same time. You give her this belt and you give her the ring on top of it. I think that's the way to go. I think that's probably the easiest call of the night for me. Actually, is this match, and I'm going to go Vaquero on both.
Okay. I like it. Yeah, I mean, I hate to be boring, but I agree with you.
Yeah,
I agree. You're right. Tiffany is getting a little tired. Um, Especially after that triple threat match a few weeks back in SmackDown. It was really rough watch. Um, and she's good too. I mean, like I when I started paying attention to her in ring work, like she
mm,
really is pretty good. Like she's solid. She's a good wrestler. She's a good performer.
right,
I don't know, man. I'm just over it. It's kind of like Jey Uso. It's like it was fun. It was nice. Like, yay, the fans interact. It's Tiffy time. Yeet. I get it.
right.
But I mean, yeah, ya pasó, man. I'm over it.
Yeah,
Just
no,
let
it's done. You're right. It's time. They have to take the belt off her. This is one way to start a losing streak for her and not have it really hurt because it is to the other champion, who
right.
is a fantastic athlete. So I think, yeah, we both said no brainer, like just easy.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Entonces, Primo, the main event of the evening
One,
is the WWE Crown Jewel Championship for the men's. We get Codith Raheem Rhodes
Raheem.
versus Seth Rollins. And who goes? I go? You go?
You go.
I
You
go.
go.
Okay.
You go.
Uh I mean, honestly, the logical pick, I mean the logical pick is Seth Rollins because they're 3-0 against each other. Cody's 3-0 against them, and to build up division, to build up their dominance, you got to have them have a great night in Perth. So I feel like Seth Rollins has to be the winner, but I don't know, man. I feel like this could be the start of a good storyline and like a turn where I don't know, something has to happen, whether it's to Seth or Cody's character. We have to see a shift after this match. So that's what I'm hoping for. So the logical pick is Seth, but the fun pick is Cody. But like I want Cody to like be on the verge of like cheating or stooping low or doing something where it's like, no, Cody, how could you? Like, how
Right.
could you, like compromise your integrity? No, like
You
you're
wanna bring
better than
some
that.
depth. You wanna bring some depth to the
Yeah.
character. Yeah, yeah, have him
Yeah.
just not be cookie cutter roads and, you
Cookie
know,
cutter roads. I love
like,
that.
that's just, you don't want it. Like, all right, let's let's change it up now because you've been back for 2 years. You've had the belt for, Jesus, however long. Like, so yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, switch it up, do something like that. I think so. Wait, so your logical is Seth?
Yes.
And your fun is Cody?
Yes.
Yeah, well, so you and I are on the same page here.
Let's go.
Unfortunately. So once again, hate to be boring, but is what it is.
Yeah.
Seth, I think Cody already has won this ring already. Now that's everything on Cody Rhodes. I think you put it on Seth, it makes him now even a bigger heel. And that's where your build to his next feud on Raw is, whether it's Night, Punk, whatever. Now this gives him extra, like, I'm the champion of champions. I'm the number. So yeah. I mean, it's got to be Seth. I think. I mean, fun pick for me. Yes, Cody. Yes, yeah. Let's do it. Like, he's the fucking man. Because then, how did Seth react? But I think, like you said, where he was asking Paul, "What if I lose?" Like stuff like that. I think they're setting up to be like, "Oh no, he thinks he can, but he won't. He won't. We're not going to have that happen." So I agree with you. Like I said, I hate to be boring, but that's. I mean, it just seems like it's kind of the way it has to go.
Yeah.
Because once again, the loss doesn't hurt Cody immensely because it is to a champion. And once again, you can do something fun. Like maybe there's an interference somewhere from someone who's going to be challenging Cody next. Takes his eye off the prize, and here comes Seth.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like it. It's a weird feeling because the last 2 weeks of wrestling in WWE has been so boring that this episode of Monday Night Raw was actually very exciting. Going through the card just now made me realize, like, the matches may be predictable, but I still feel like it's going to be a good watch. I feel like something's going to happen.
Like you said, because as we always say, the in-ring stuff is fantastic. So you're right. With the names on the card, like you said, it feels like it could be predictable, which is also why probably curveball expected somewhere. Where's it going to be?
Right.
But I agree with you. Like, because of the way things were and because this one was a better episode of Raw, it seems like it's changing. Hopefully they'll do something here to keep it so, because the in-ring stuff will be great no matter what the case. So we'll see if the storylines add up as well.
Yeah. Bueno, primo, it's always cool to connect with you, and want to take this opportunity to go ahead and first of all give Danny Briggs a tremendous thank you, because the comments and just the reception of our content, his episode, all of it, man. Thank you so much, Danny Briggs, for your time.
Thank you.
And not just Danny, but all of our guests. Everybody's fantastic, and we've been having so much fun with this. And obviously, we have so many more conversations coming down the line. But what I really wanted to point out, Primo, was I got tremendous feedback, and one of the pieces of feedback that I got was thank you for letting your guest like speak, like letting everything that they want to get out, and actually letting the conversation flow. And I told them, because there were several people that said this, and I was like, well, to be honest with you, we're fans, and we want to hear the stories. We want to hear the ins and outs. We want, like you always say, we always do our best to pull that curtain back and just kind of show, the elements of realism and humanism, right? For lack of a better way of saying it. Humanity. There you go. I'm sorry. It's late, but because we want to hear it too. And we feel the way that they feel. We hear it. We're there with them, and we're going along this journey when we listen to these stories. So thank you everybody for the support, the love, the tremendous feedback, the sharing, the comments, everything online. I mean, I have never seen it so much interaction, so much engagement in this past week, the way that we have with Danny's episode, and all the comments on TikTok, on YouTube, and on Instagram especially. So primos y primas, thank you so much for the love and support, man. This is so much fun, and it keeps us going, and we're hyped. We're like, we gotta keep. I tell Ariel, we gotta keep going, man. We gotta keep doing this.
Like, and as we get more and more interviews, and we start to learn more, and we start to just get in depth with everybody. I think the audience feeds off of that. The Primos and Primas feed off of it, and we grow. And hopefully that continues to work, continues to happen. And then you'll join us for the other episodes, the recaps, the preview shows, stuff like that. So please, everybody, thank you very much for all you do. Like, share, primosforlife.com. We are available, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. Please, please, please just continue to be with us, because this is fun and we love it and we can't get enough. So thank you very much, as always.
Yes. Smash the like button, primosforlife.com. Entonces, primo, you know what to do, because you ain't going to throw it my way today, bro.
Yeah, I got out of it last round. Well, as we already said, thank you very much to everybody. We truly appreciate you. This ride is awesome, and it's better when you're with us. That being said, we love you, and we will see you when we see you.
Yeah. See you when we see you. Take care, everybody.
Good night.